How's it going, all my gnarly ones? It's Gator Mike on Truck Series Tuesday here in the North American E-Racing League, and we're getting a little bit of a late start tonight after a short rain delay, is what we've been calling it in our Discord chat. PSN servers were a little bit wonky there for a while, but they have cleared up. So we are still going racing tonight here in the Truck Series, and it is a very important race for these drivers tonight. It is their playoff opener tonight at Kentucky Speedway. That's right, out of all three series, they will be rounding out our trip to Kentucky Speedway tonight. So with me in the booth, I've got a couple of guys who know how to get around Kentucky fairly well. I've got always Joker joining the booth again. Joker, what's up?
Hello, ready for a good race tonight.
Oh, we're going to get a good race tonight, I'm sure, in one way or another. Truck guys always seem to make these things exciting. And I've also got Decent House in the booth. He ran really good here last night in the Xfinity Series. Decent, how you feeling?
What's going on, Gator? Feeling pretty good, man. I'm excited to see this truck action first playoff race. It's gonna be pretty wild.
Absolutely. We got 8 drivers coming into tonight that are in the playoffs, and it is the Truck Series playoffs is a little bit different compared to the Cup Series and the Xfinity Series here in the NARL. They only have one round. That's right, they have one round to get it done to get to that championship finale. So 3 races are all these guys get. 4, half of the playoff field, 4 will be eliminated after this first round. So, yeah, a little bit different here in the Truck Series, and these guys don't have too much time to make things happen, but they're going to get started here tonight. We'll go through our playoff field throughout the night and touch on the drivers, but I guess I'll go ahead and start with you, Decent. You ran well here last season in the Truck Series, finished, I believe it was second place to your teammate Kev. And last night you were in the top 2, 3 all night long. So kind of tell me about the keys to get around this track.
Well, I mean, first of all, you can't slam the drain on the front stretch. That will ruin your night. That actually happened in the Xfinity race on
That it did.
Sunday. I think Rob might have caught the drain.
We
call it the glitch, but
got
there really is a drain down there.
Got a great view of it too.
Yeah. So, but turn one, just pretty much, you got a little bit of banking there, a lot more banking than 3 and 4. The tricky part of the track really is tight exit off of 2, and then it kind of, it gets really free over a long run off of 2. And then 3 and 4 is, you're not carrying as much speed and a little flatter, so you gotta hit your marks on entry, or you get really tight through the center of 3 and 4, and you kind of push off 4. Mm-hmm. But then also you gotta watch the apron in 3 and 4. It can really take you for a spin. So tough track. It's a driver's track. I really love it, and I'm excited to see how these guys run laps around here tonight.
Yeah, this is one of those tracks where adjustments really do make a difference, and it's not just based off of draft or anything else like that. So adjustments do matter here. These guys, they've got a challenge ahead of them tonight. Joker, I'll ask you a different question. We've got 8 playoff drivers in the field. Obviously, we've got some heavy hitters. We got Plumdy's Pipes, WSC. Keenitz from the elite group. They've won a ton of races this season. Also got Penn, Marksman, Colt, and Reap. And I believe I got one more, Mac. So out of these playoff drivers, who has the best shot to get it done here tonight and lock themselves into the championship finale?
Well, I think you have to obviously think of the 3 elite drivers, Plum, Keenitz, and WSC. Marksman has been up there as well, but I'm looking to see what the drivers below the cut line can do. They are in a pretty big hole. I think they're going to have to win to move on, so I'm interested to see what Colt can do tonight. Mm-hmm. Did some laps with him earlier, gave him a few tips with the setup, so I'm interested to see what he can do.
All right, well, in case anybody has missed it, newcomer to the series, newcomer to the league, Tommy D78 has been undefeated in the month of November. Yeah, he's won 3 straight races, and he's looking to make NARL history tonight by being the first driver in any series to win 4 straight races. Decent House, I know you know this guy a little bit better than others. Do you think he's going to be the favorite going into tonight, and do you think he'll be able to make history and get it done?
Tommy's really talented. Very smart with adjustments. I can definitely see him pulling out a win here. I mean, he's been pretty tough to beat on the the mile and a half. Yeah, we dueled it out at Charlotte, and we practiced together. So, and we run setup stuff by each other on occasion, and he's just really good. I mean, so yeah, I believe he's got a really 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 good chance to win tonight and break that record. But I'm also looking at Plum D's pipes. I know he's going to be fast, and then got to watch out for other than those two. I would say either Mac the Breadman and then also Kevin Keenitz. I think Keenitz has got a good truck tonight.
Absolutely. The playoff field is stacked. Almost every driver in the playoff field has won a race this past season. So these guys know how to get it done. They're the best of the best here in the Truck Series, and they are in the playoffs for a reason. So it's going to be interesting to see who comes out on top tonight. The cutoff line, pretty big gap there on the cutoff line. That's just due to some regular season points and some playoff points that those guys earned there. So interesting to see if any of those guys below the cutoff will be able to close that ground with Michigan and Phoenix still left in this one round of the playoffs. So that's going to be something to watch out for as well. These guys should be wrapping up qualifying here pretty shortly. We'll get your results in just a second. So let me double check and see if anybody's got any sort of streams up. Mac, maybe. I know he likes to stream sometimes, so I'll check with him. If not, I'm going to get some updates from one of the crew chiefs / spotters tonight. So we'll go it that way. But pole lap goes to, there it is, Tommy D. Big surprise. He's going to be on the pole and lead the field to green for tonight. Looks like the highest playoff driver is going to be Keenitz on the outside of the front row.
Tommy D is definitely making that 51 truck look just about as similar as what it does in real life. So
yeah.
In this game, it's just really really smooth, and he's fast. I mean, he's cup ready in my opinion.
Well, he kind of proved that. He got that Cup debut at Chicagoland in the Cup Series regular season finale and came home P2. So he knows how to wheel these things. So as we wait to get invites here, we got 75 laps on tap for tonight at Kentucky. Not quite sure the stage lengths and stuff due to PSN not working correctly. Couldn't get on there and test. Don't know the fuel window, but we'll kind of play it by ear and see how it goes.
I actually do know the stage lengths.
Oh, Joker did some research before everything went to crap.
Yeah, so stage 1 is 17 laps, stage 2 is 14, stage 3 is 37. So fuel window's 25 laps, so first 2 stages are pretty straightforward. Stage 3 is the interesting part of the race. Okay. 1 pit stop minimum, so we'll see what happens in stage 3 with the strategy there.
All right, well, we've seen it the last couple of nights for the Xfinity Series and the Cup Series. The intensity is ramping up. It is playoff season. It is playoff time. Decent, I mean, you kind of saw both ends of it in the Xfinity Series race. Do you think we're going to see a clean race tonight, or these guys going to just go all out?
I think, on restarts it's going to be a little dicey, but I think there's enough guys that everyone's going to be a little spread out if we can get some laps going. I think you'll kind of see the playoff guys kind of move their way towards the front, be a little spread out. I think Tommy and some of the elite guys will kind of get a jump in addition to Mac and some of and Marksman. I think those 6 guys could get a jump on the field. And once it gets spread out, it's not so bad. Then you just got to worry about guys getting a little loose off of turn 2 and causing an accident on the backstretch.
All right, well, it looks like we can go ahead and join. We'll get back to turn 2 here in just a second. Do you guys need any extra invites, or did Keenan send plenty?
2, 3.
Okay.
3.
All right. We'll go ahead and load on in here as these guys go to take the green flag here in the buckle up in your truck. What's half of 225? 112 and a half? Yeah.
Yeah.
Tonight's race brought to you by Fanatec. Got those nice Club Sports Series pedals on the screen you see right there. Fanatec.com. Christmas is just about a month away. Little over. 1 day over. So go get you some. But decent, as you mentioned, turn 2 might just be a trouble spot tonight. These things can get pretty snappy coming off of that
Looks
corner.
like we've already got a caution, it looks like.
As we already have a caution, we may have had something off of turn 2 already. I'll
Interesting.
cycle through here, see what's going on. I don't see too many people with damage. Not sure what happened.
Yeah, who really knows?
Yeah, well, off to a slow start here in the Truck Series. However, these guys get to put in their adjustments here rather quickly.
Yep.
So we're going to line them up and go green here for the second time tonight. First time for us, we'll be able to see the restart here. Tommy D leads the field to green. Dives right below that yellow line to get a good launch on the apron, and off into turn 1 they go.
Marshman really aggressive in second place. Wanted to get down early into the preferred groove going to on the back straightaway.
Now you see these guys flirting with that apron down there. I mentioned this in the Xfinity Series. We've got one very low in the back. I mentioned this in the Xfinity Series. The apron kind of sticks up above that yellow line in turns 1 and 2. Really can throw you off if you're not vigilant of it.
Yeah, I think the preferred line in turn 1 and 2, you kind of want to arc it down in, and then you just want to be like a half a lane above that, like that apron you were talking about, Gator. Get a good run down the back, and then smooth entry into 3 and just hold the bottom. So
right now you got Tommy D still pacing the field, but he's got 2 playoff drivers right behind him here with Kay Keenitz 22, Marksman right here in 3rd place, who we're on board with, your regular season champion. And not too far behind is WSC, sporting a new scheme tonight. He's got that Jimmy Johnson throwback, great looking truck. That is an excellent looking truck, riding right there in 4th place. Behind him, Tay Pence has found a spot in the top 5, followed by Mac Breadman. 2 more playoff drivers right there.
Word from the elite chat is Williams had a wreck at the very beginning there, so that's why we were under caution.
Oh, well, tough start for Mr. Williams. He's not a big fan of Kentucky, and he is not ashamed to admit that. But we are on 10 to go already here in stage number 1 with that early caution. Knocked a couple of laps off the tally.
Tommy in the wall. He's looking on his outside of the 3 and 4.
That he is. We do have a battle for the lead. I'm going to cycle back up here. Keenan's trying to make that high lane work, but Tommy is able to fend him off on the low side there coming off of turn 4. Now this is big for Keenan's to get around him. Every point matters here in these playoffs. So the winner of each stage gets 6 points. 2nd place drops down to 4 points. So that is a 2-point difference
in
there
the
for
back.
Keenan's.
Up the irons in the 33 went around.
Looks like we stay green. Up the irons goes around. He's got some rear end damage there. Actually, right side damage on that number 33 truck. Not a playoff driver. Missed out just by a little bit for the 2nd straight season.
Looks like WSC's falling back here at the start of this race. Gator, you're talking about that paint scheme. It is nice, but he's lost quite a few spots here.
That he has, as we've got a 3-truck lead, followed by a little 2-truck battle there for 4th and 5th, and a big gap between 5th back to 6th. So anybody from 6 on back really needs to make some hay here if they want to get some stage points here in stage 1.
I know the way this race played out last year, I feel like we had some long runs, if I remember correctly, and pit strategy came into play. You might see some guys in stage 3 run a little bit long and have fresher tires. You might see some guys try to pit early and get some track position and just try to hold on, play some defense.
Well, I don't know if any of these drivers were watching the Cup race last night, but the winner of the Cup race last night and clinching his spot in the round of 6 ended up being Max Boost. And on that final pit stop, he pitted before everybody else. So that was his strategy. So maybe these guys can take a little bit of something from that. But we're still here in stage number 1.
Keenitz is looking under Tommy here for the lead. He's been all over the 51. Keenitz is looking really good here right now.
Keenitz is looking underneath the 51 for the lead. For the first time tonight, the 40 truck goes to the point. Marksman's going to follow him through. He might even take the lead himself. Keenitz washes up. Marksman on the low line. Side by side for the lead down the back straightaway. Coming to 4 to go in stage 1.
Question is, how does Tommy race these playoff drivers? Will he try and help Keenitz? Because you can assume he's working with Keenitz in a party now. Will they try and get back by him, or just try and maybe back off and let these two fight between themselves?
Oh, Tommy's not racing anything but for a win, so right now he might just let these guys have it. It's still stage 1. Maybe needs some more adjustments here to his truck. Doesn't look like it's to his liking just yet. But he does give Keenitz a big push off into turn 3. And he's going to look underneath again.
Like he shoved him into the corner.
And he did.
Keenitz hit Marksman. Tommy looking for the lead again.
Oh, I think he...
What, he got loose?
I think he found that drain. I think he found the drain. Great save, though, to hang on to that 51 truck. That could have been disastrous.
I remember in the real Cup race, I think Ryan Blaney caught the drain and about took out the whole field in the real Cup race. So that thing is legit down there. But
that drain is real SOB. I've hit it in a league race myself, and really surprised me. Anyways, 2 to go here. So the fight now is between Marksman and Keenitz here for the stage 1 victory.
And how aggressive is Marksman going to be? These guys were former teammates, and I assume they're still friends. And
Keenitz makes a slight mistake off of 2. That opens the door for Keegan here to really drive it off into turn 3. He washes up. Keenitz tries to pull an over-under, and he's going to get that position back.
What a great battle we got here for the lead.
Yeah, keeping it clean as well. That's the main thing they want to do here.
This is the final lap in stage number 1. Keenitz with a great move there on his buddy Keegan. And pulls a gap there coming down that back stretch and into turn 3. Playoff drivers rising up to the occasion here. Keenitz is going to take stage 1, followed by Marksman in P2. Tommy's going to get P3. I saw Mac back there in P4. Not quite sure who was in 5th. Let me go.
Plum D's Pipes.
Plum rounds out 5th.
It's actually a really good run for Plum. He started dead last on that restart. Made quite a few spots up.
So 4 out of the top 5 drivers getting stage points are playoff drivers. 3 of them being above the cutoff line heading into this race. So they are just increasing that gap.
With Mac coming in 4th, WSC's the 4th driver in. If Mac can consistently gain these small few points every race, it's going to be interesting to see what the points gap will be at Michigan if this continues to go.
Absolutely, Michigan's going to be a true wild card for this for these trucks. So can't wait to watch that. But that's going to happen next week. Right now we're still at Kentucky, and these guys are putting on a heck of a show so far. Keenitz, your stage 1 winner. Looks like Marksman lost a few spots there under the pit stops.
That's weird. He lost 3 spots, I
Three
think.
spots. That's
Must have had some damage from the turn 2 wall. I think I saw him get into it a few times.
Anyways, we're back under green here. The restart for stage number 2. Keenit's out front. Here comes Mac to Breadman up for second place. Mac still looking for his first win this season. He is a previous winner in the Truck Series, previous winner in the Xfinity Series, but still hasn't found victory lane this season as we are 3 wide for second place.
Marshman gave him a little bumper there, saying he doesn't really have time to wait. He needs to go after Phoenix for the stage 1.
Marksman is not waiting. He is going right now. He's got a fast truck here tonight. He had a fast truck last season at Kentucky Speedway. I believe he came home with a top 5 finish that night, if I do recall. So looking to back that up here to a good start in his playoffs. Everybody's starting to get pretty single file here. First battle is for 5th place. That is Tay Penn's looking underneath of Plumby's pipes. Penn missed out on stage points in stage number 1. He was the 8th and final driver in the standings here in the playoffs entering tonight, so he needs to find some stage points.
Looks like Tommy's making the outside line work pretty well through 1 and 2 and also 3 and 4. He's keeping up momentum and keeping up with the guys around the bottom. It's pretty impressive. Seeing he's got his adjustments in and then be marching back to the front. I know Keenitz was pretty happy about his truck too in practice earlier today. So I think the guy that's back there in 4th though, Mac the Red Man, you got to watch out for him. I think Mac is pretty underrated and is a sleeper pretty much for this race. I mean, he's obviously shown that he can run up front, so I guess I don't even know how you can consider him a sleeper at this point.
He's one of the more experienced drivers in this series, and he can really put it together and win anywhere. Just hasn't found that luck so far this season, but he did make the playoffs, and he has just as good of a shot to make it into that championship finale as anybody else, as Plumby's Pipes has moved up to 3rd place.
Yeah, Mac's luck sounds like another guy I know. His luck's pretty bad too.
But yeah, in terms of that outside lane, you can really make that work, but in order to make that work, you kind of, Tommy really gets in the corner there. But you got to really kind of pinch the guy on the inside lane down as much as you can to keep that momentum up and to have him check up off the gas to really make that outside lane work. Looked like Tommy was doing that to perfection there with Marksman.
Marksman looking for the lead.
We do have a fight for the lead. Yet again, Marksman underneath Keenitz coming out of turn 2.
I think Marksman's pretty much brought his A game, said I'm tired of all this elite talk. Where's my respect? So it's good to see Marksman doing well though. He's a consistent truck driver and knows how to get it done. He got his first win earlier on this year. So
he won at Watkins Glen. He was a regular season champion. He should already have a little bit of respect from that. But he is out here to win tonight. Makes the move around Keenitz. Put Marksman back out front. Plumby's Pipes comes through for 2nd place. Tommy looking for 3rd. And Mac at the back end of this 5-truck battle here for the lead. Going to get around Keenitz. Put himself up into 4th.
Keenitz looks like his truck might be a little bit too snug right now. He might have went the wrong way on an adjustment or something, but I don't think that'll be the last we see of him tonight. But Marksman is definitely putting together some good laps right now.
That he is, as it kind of shows how valuable this draft is here, as these top 5 drivers have checked away from the rest of the field. WSC riding back there at 6, but without the draft, he's not going to catch these guys. Keenitz and Max side by side. That is giving the top 3 a little bit of a cushion to get away. He's going to make that move for 4th place. But did it cost him more than what he wanted? As the top 3 really got away, he's got to get some of that draft off of Tommy here. He wants to keep up with those guys.
Mac under Keenitz again for 4th.
missed the corner there a little bit.
Just missed his entry. Mac's going to wash up right in front of Keenitz. Keenitz lets him have it. They will be coming to 4 to go at the line here in stage number 2. Plum back underneath Tommy. Lap here. The latter stages of stage number 2 in this buckle up in your truck 112.5 at Kentucky Speedway, the NARL's Gander Ravine Outdoors Truck Series playoff opener tonight.
Marksman's truck looks really, really good right now. These guys that are chasing him are going to have to make an adjustment. Seems like he's just a little bit better to the center. He can carry a little bit more corner speed.
This truck looks very, very glued to that track right now. 0-3 to go.
These 6 drivers have just pulled away. Huge gap to everyone else. Playoff drivers showing up in his first race.
Yeah, with that fighting between Keenitz and Mac, that allowed WSC to get back up there with him. Thought he was out just a few laps ago, but they fought hard enough where he's kind of gotten right back up with those guys.
Is this the white flag lap coming, Gator? Or?
2 to go. Marksman trying to hang on for the stage victory here. He's got Plumby's pipes. Tommy D right hot on his trails. And he makes a mistake. He hits the wall. Big mistake there from Marksman.
Looks like the truck just went straight a little bit off the corner. They couldn't just slow down and stop. Lost the lead there.
Big mistake from Marksman. That allows Plum to get through. Plum's going to try to drive away here on the last hump of stage 2.
Plum did a really good job missing him off of 2. That could have been a lot worse. Good awareness by him. Marksman coming back, though. He doesn't want to give it up.
He washed up out of turn 2 again. Oh, and he wrecks. Really loose 2 laps in a row. What happened to his truck? Hits the inside wall. He's not going to get any stage points. What a turn of events. Plumby's Pipes is going to take stage 2. Tommy D in second. Keenitz third. Mac fourth. WSC gets a top 5 here in stage number 2.
That was really key for WSC to get that 5th place in the stage because Mac beat him in both stages.
Wow. Marksman 2 laps in a row went from leading, his truck looking perfect, and then just 2 mistakes coming out of turn number 2 cost him stage points.
Not only is it cost him stage points, but now he's probably got 5, 6, 7 seconds worth of damage, so he's going to be going to the back pretty much for this start.
Now he's got his work cut out for him.
He's going to have to make maybe some pit strategy moves to maybe gain some time on these guys now.
Well, Joker, what are your takeaways here from the first 2 stages? We've seen a lot already.
Well, not surprised with Mark's the top 4 in the playoffs right now. Running up front, same with Tommy. I want to know who Max has been that guy below the cut line that's been running up front. If he can get a win, it would just shake up this playoff game entirely.
That would turn the playoff cutoff line upside down if he was able to do that.
Looks like Plum might have missed a shift there. I know he runs a wheel and a shifter, so
he might
definitely
have
a crucial mistake on his part.
He checks up the field, goes all the way back to 5th place.
Young Colt up in the 4th spot.
Yeah, Young Colt for the first time tonight up here inside the top 5. He's a playoff driver. Out in 3rd.
Joker called his shot earlier about Young Colt having a chance to win this race, and he's right there to do it. So
It's the RKR effect.
Colt is looking a little bit twitchy. Joker shared his internet with his teammate. Colt looking twitchy here coming down the backstretch. Plumby's Pipes trying to find a different line from that driver of the 34 truck. He's just going to move him out of the way.
Yeah, I don't have time for this. Top 2 getting away.
You're lagging, just get out of my way. I'm sorry, we'll talk about it later.
Ooh.
Marksman with a great recovery. He's already up to fourth. Looks like fourth, yeah.
Back to Breadman stuck behind Young Colt there. Not a spot that he wants to be if that truck is still twitchy and lagging. But all this fighting and that lag has caused the top two to get away, Tommy D and Kay Keenitz. But they got a pack of Hornets behind them. Going back through the rest of the field here. There's a couple guys we haven't talked about. Up the irons. Mentioned him just a little bit earlier. He's in the field tonight. Got Charblazer in that white and I guess maybe, what is that, a light purple, or would you call that pink?
I think that's purple more than pink, in my opinion.
Maybe a light purple there. Number 21, good to see him in the field this evening. Mr. Williams also in the field. And Reap, haven't talked too much about Reap tonight. He is a playoff driver, and he seems to always find his way to the front in these final stages. Not big on stage points, but can always find a good finish. So maybe one to watch out for as these guys approach pit stops and the latter stages of this event here this evening. But you see positions 3, 4, and 5 trying to work together to run down those front two. Looks like they're content on just staying in line right now. Don't want those leaders to get too far ahead.
Oh, Colton Penn had contact.
Charblazer through the grass. Not going to cause a caution.
Colt's lag got pinned. That was pinned in the grass. Colt's lag struggling to the grass a little bit. Had to lose all that time.
Yeah, Colt is still twitching pretty bad. Either that or he's super loose. Either way, the top 5 have checked out. Pretty big gap back here to 6th place, which is Colt. Reap in 7th, Penn in 8th, Mac right now 9th. Rounding out your top 10 is Mac's TJR teammate, Mr. Williams. Sitting there in 10th place. Charblazer 11th, up the irons 12th. Back up here to the front. Top 3, or top 2 look like they've lost a little bit of ground to those guys working together in the back.
Plum and Marksman are working good together here to, and even WSC to draft up to the back of Kay Keenitz. I think they'll probably get there within the next couple laps, so definitely faster.
Yeah, they're going to start sniffing that draft here very quickly. If they haven't.
From a 2-horse race to a 5-horse race.
If they haven't
it's going to make it more interesting for us.
Absolutely, as Tommy D has kind of stretched out a gap over Keenitz there.
Yeah, Tommy just seems to know exactly what his truck needs for stage 3, and you can see that he'll start pulling away a little bit. It's just a matter of can these guys make the adjustments to catch back up to him.
It's interesting to see Tommy run that high lane in turns 1 and 2 as well. He was kind of a lane or two up the track there. I don't know if that was intentional or not. Definitely a different line than what everybody else is trying to run. Let's see if he does it again.
Marksman coming up one for 3rd.
A little bit lower for Tommy this time, but still a lane or lane and a half up there. I don't know if you set his truck up. I don't know if you set his truck up to be a little bit more comfortable there or what, but definitely different from everybody else.
Yeah, I think he's just running that second groove just so when he's not on when he's on the bottom he gets really loose. I think that's playing here.
Whatever he's doing is working right now. As he's still got that gap maintained over Keenitz. The rest of these guys are still trying to close on in. Plum, Marksman, and WSC. So you got the 3 elite teammates up here inside the top 5. You got Marksman, FBGM, so there's your top 4 in the playoff standings right there, 2nd through 5th. And then you got the late addition to the series, Tommy D, who right now is currently still an independent driver, not able to join a team mid-season. And he is out there leading the field. So the top 4 in the playoff standings are proving that the regular season was no fluke, as they are right here inside the top 5. Looking to try to eliminate the rest of the other 4 truck drivers before we even get to the second race in this round.
I'm looking on the Phoenix for second.
Plum has caught Keenitz, and he is going to go right around him.
Can Plum run these guys? Can Plum run Tommy down? I think he can. I feel like him and Marksman have trucks equal to Tommy. I don't know if they're better or not.
I'm curious to see if Marksman's fixed the loose off on a longer run. It'll be interesting to see, because I know that's what cost him stage 2. So this stage is actually going to run, I think, a little bit longer than 14 laps in stage 2. So we'll see if he compensated for that, or if he continues to get even more loose.
Right now, Tommy D is loving what he's seeing in his mirror. There are these 4 playoff drivers fighting for position, fighting for second place. Loving to see this in his mirror, but Plum right now trying to hunt him down, trying to get another win on the season.
Kind of surprising to see Mac fall off here a little bit, guys. He's back to, looks like 7th. It doesn't seem like his truck is as good as what it was earlier.
24 to go here. They should be within their fuel window if they elect to pit now.
Yes, they are. And when I did the practice laps with Colt, I tried a 2-tire stop, ran the fuel out long, and then Colt split the stage in half. So I think that's an option if you're on the wheel. If you're on controller, the 2 tires won't last. But we'll see if anyone's going to will try it, try and get a spot in the final 4. Why not, if you're one of these top 4, in my opinion.
Yeah, these guys already have a fairly comfortable gap over that cutoff line when they went into this race. So they can try some different things here if they really want to go for it. Looks like WSC clipped that apron I was talking about there coming off of turn 2. He's going to lose a spot to Keenitz. And as he tries to tuck back in behind, he skimmed the wall just a bit, lost some more time. Let's see if anybody up here in this top 5 wants to gamble, play some strategy here. Tommy D, though, has set sail, looking to make history tonight, becoming a 4-in-a-row winner here in the North American Racing League. Never been done before. Looking pretty good for his chances right now. Can Plum catch him? Keenitz and Marksman, they have been inseparable tonight. They are still fighting over spots.
Got Mr. Williams on pit road here, so we might start seeing some pit stops here soon from everybody else.
Will that open the floodgates? Reap, your first playoff driver coming down. Reap trying to play a little bit of strategy here.
Another thing, this pit road it's not super hard to get on, but then again, it's not really forgiving either. So.
Oh, I know all about that. Yeah, I know all about that. Thanks for bringing it up.
The line doesn't come up. The line comes up, or the pit road detection point actually comes up. WC's in the pit.
Oh, Penn's around. Looks like Penn spun around trying to get on the apron to make it to pit lane. Saves his truck, gets on there. Very sketchy moment for Penn.
Looks like Tommy's pitting, Plum's pitting.
Yep. Marksman's pitting. What does Keenitz do? Is he going to call an audible, or is he going to stay out? He calls an audible. Keenitz with an aggressive entry. 3 wide coming to pit lane.
Plum looked like he was not as aggressive as the 40 and the 45 there. He might have lost a little bit of space there between those guys. So now we're going to have a very close battle off of the pit road for.
Oh, Keenitz did. I don't know if Keenitz just lagged out or not. His truck just kind of went to his pit box. His truck just went to his pit box real quick. We'll have to get word with Kev Bro, who's giving me these lap updates, to see if Keenitz ended up lagging out there. That was weird. That would not be good. But he had a pretty big gap over the cutoff line coming into tonight, so it's not going to be a playoff ender if that did happen.
He did indeed. I think he lagged out there.
He did lag out. Keenitz lagged out from pit lane. Oh, I hate to see it. He was running the top 5 all night long. That does provide an opportunity for some other drivers, though, to try to gain some points. Got Reap and Penn right here fighting neck and neck.
The WSC pitted 1 or 2 laps early, and he jumped both of these guys. It's just a matter of him playing defense now to hold on to that second spot.
Yeah, Tommy D has set sail, though. They're on 18 to go. Just got to hit his marks from here, and he looks like he's going to have this one under wraps. But don't count out WSC. Don't count out Marksman. Still quite a ways to go here. WSC on a little bit older tires.
Definitely a tough break for Keenitz at a really fast truck tonight.
Yep. Make sure somebody can get the results here. So just a second.
Gotta love these 74 services.
Oh, I love them. Love them. They're the best. They are the best. And you know what? It seems like it happens every time the NARL is coming down to towards the end of the season. They just get worse and worse. Remember back to last season, we had to call an audible for the Cup Series Championship, make it a 50% race instead of 100 because the service was so bad.
Marksman got him by WSC on the safety tires. Plum's looking under for third as well.
Yeah. The older tires are starting to come into play there for WSC as he drops 2 spots right here. 1 to Marksman, who's up to second, and 1 to Plum, who is up to third.
Now can Marksman run Tommy down? I feel like you just slowly eat into that gap. Maybe a mistake put pressure on Tommy into a mistake, he could probably do it.
Marksman's had a really fast truck tonight, but if he didn't fix that loose off condition on a long run, he might get there, but it's going to be a difficult pass if he does get there.
I actually think Plum might have slightly better truck than Marksman right now. It could be draft that we're seeing too, though. So, yeah, this is shaping up to be a good battle. Right? Yeah, it looks like those guys are catching Tommy.
Do you think Plum put
Marksman
in the wall. Marksman got the wall.
Oh, Plum!
Plum
no.
through the grass. Big wreck between the top 3 trucks there.
Wow, Marksman just killed his truck. He's
Marksman planted
done.
the wall. I was just fixing to say, do you think Plum is going to help out Marksman get to Tommy? But Marksman in the wall again. Another mistake from the 45 driver. Big mistake that time. Plum with a great save. Went through for a wild ride through the grass. Still didn't lose all that much momentum. He's still right there with his teammate WSC.
Plum using the dirt racing experience in real life and on the game. He's really good at Eldora to make that move happen.
Jagboy Tommy is not undefeated. He did not win Auto Club, so sorry about your.
He didn't win Charlotte either.
Sorry about your sorry about your comment there, but it is not factual. But yeah, Tommy has been a force to be reckoned with ever since he joined this series here late in this season. And Decent House knows who won Charlotte, don't you?
I do. But Tommy's story is very similar to Kebra and I last year when we just joined a little bit too late to make the playoffs, but we were competitive once we joined in. So he's feeling our pain not being able to run for a championship.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we also had a guy named Jaw last year that was really fast too, so he took some wins away from us, but still a lot of fun.
Tommy right now may not be racing for a championship, but he is trying to open some eyes here with his performances in NARL, and he's done a pretty good job with that so far. As it looks like he might have another one under wraps here, barring any sort of late caution or catastrophe.
Okay, my question to you guys is, do you think he can run the table? Do you think he can win the last 3 races? We're going with an 8. Just going to assume it's 7 races in a row if he does that. What do you guys think?
No. I'm going to go ahead and say no.
I don't think so either, just for the simple fact that Michigan is such a draft-dependent track, and it'll be anybody's game. And then Phoenix, I honestly think that I think Kay Keenitz would be tough to beat at Phoenix. He seems to have a knack for that track.
Yeah, he was great at Iowa, great at Richmond, and
but Vegas, I could see Tommy definitely winning Vegas. But then again, I don't know if he's one of those guys that's going to be stealing the spotlight away from the championship floor or putting them in a bad spot. So we'll just have to see how that plays out.
well,
I can tell you though, I've already got a contract written up. It's just sitting on my desk right now for this guy. So.
Well, we're less than 10 to go here in the Truck Series playoff opener here at Kentucky Speedway. Tommy D out front, Plumlee's Pipes, WSC right here. Elite teammates running 2nd and 3rd. Marksman trying to limp home for a top 4 after planting the wall a couple of laps ago. So he's trying to hang on there. See who else we can find. Let's go find Marksman. There he is. The truck doesn't look as damaged here on the live view, but I'm sure it's not driving right.
Probably a 98 Aero. 704, I would say.
Yeah. Mac to Breadman right now rounds out your top 5.
That's big for Mac, honestly. Phoenix losing out on at least 10, maybe 15 points. The cut line will be really close.
Keynes does lose out on some points there with his poor finish, but he got that stage win in stage number 1. That's definitely going to help out. Going to help soften that blow. And Tommy D hang on for his 4th win in a row, making NARL history. He's got about 6-7 laps to go here. I take that back. It's lower than that. He's on 5 to go.
Ah.
He's going so fast now, all the laps are just a blur.
They are a blur. 4 laps to go here in the playoff opener at Kentucky. Tommy D right now with a comfortable gap over 2nd place Plumlee's Pipes, over 3rd place WSC. Playoff drivers right now running 2nd and 3rd. Just a trio of laps to go here at the line. A non-playoff driver looking to win tonight. That's going to open up one more spot there in the playoff standings for somebody to point their way in. If a non-playoff driver is able to win this race, as it looks like to be the case, with 2.5 laps left. Kind of cruising through the field. Everybody seems rather separated here. Not too much going on track. But we got 2 to go here for Tommy D at Kentucky.
As Jim said in the chat, we won't get to see that Tommy versus Max quote-unquote 1v1 throughout a full season. So just a lot of endless possibilities for Tommy. I'm sure he will have a cup right next season. But P2 at Chicagoland really opened some eyes for basically elite. So low key, they basically have him locked up for next season, right? Decent.
Hey man, nothing's official until a contract's signed. I can tell you it's already written up. That's all I can tell you.
Well, we are on the white flag here for Tommy D. 1 to go here at Kentucky. Looking to become the first ever 4-peat winner in the NARL, North American E-Racing League history. Through turn 3 for the final time. Coming off of turn 4, he sees the checkered flag waving. Tommy D is going to cross the line. He's going to make history, becoming the first ever 4 in a row winner in the NARL. Congratulations, Tommy D, on picking up your 4th win of the season. What a performance there in that final stage from the driver of that 51 truck.
Plum D's Pipes finished the 2nd, followed by WSC, Marksman, and 5th. Max
Redman was in 5th. With some damage on his truck there. I think Reap right there is in 6th place, so that's a good run for Reap. Didn't get any stage points, but still a solid finish. Keeping himself in contention. Penn's truck right now is in front of Max. We'll find out what the finishing order is in just a minute.
Plum finished 2nd, correct?
Yes. Always love interviews with Plum. You never know what's going to come out of his mouth. But you know he's going to say something about his hands.
You should see our elite chat. It's very comical.
You know
Makes
Plum's
my
going to
day.
say something about his hands.
Makes my day a lot.
Plum with a fast lap tonight, a 31.70. So that's not the guy we're looking for just yet. We're hoping for our race winner to join the party first. There he is. Tommy D, 78. For the first time in North American E-Racing League history, we have had a driver win 4 races in a row in a singular series. You have become that driver. Tommy, I know it's bittersweet you're not running for a title, but man, are you turning some heads with these performances. How are you feeling after getting it done here tonight at Kentucky?
It was fun. I love this track. It was a blast. I'm surprised Decent House didn't win 4 in a row with when he was here. Running with him, he usually beats me everywhere we go in the truck.
Decent House is rather good, but yeah, he wasn't able to do 4 in a row, which is something nobody has actually done here in the North American E-Racing League in any series. You have become the first. Looks like you were kind of being somewhat conservative there in the first 2 stages, and then in that final stage you just took off, especially after pit stops. Were you just kind of holding back until then, or did you make some adjustments there on that final stop that just brought your truck to life?
No, I didn't make any adjustments for the last stage. My truck always had the speed. It felt fast, but I was behind 2 guys running for a championship that are looking for the Final Four, so I wasn't going to get in the mix of that. They were side by side, those end of stage 1 and really the end of stage 2, so I just hung back in 3rd and waited till stage 3 to start. I didn't want to get in the middle of their points battle.
Well, respectful move there from you, and it definitely paid off in the end. That patience paid off. You were able to get to victory lane yet again. You're becoming a regular up here in the booth, as we seem to talk to you every Tuesday night now. But congratulations on your 4th win this season. I'm going to go ahead and toss it over to one of your buddies here I've got in the booth with me. I got Decent House in the booth. Decent, what you got for our race winner here tonight, Tommy D?
Well, congrats, bud. 4 wins in a row. It's pretty incredible. Yeah, I wish I was the first guy to do that, but you're definitely hauling the mail in these trucks. It's fun to watch. I got the contract written up already. You just let me know when you want to sign it. I actually called your agent, halfway through the race. And,
this is tampering. I don't approve of this.
Fine him.
So, just messing. I don't have any questions for you. Just congrats and heck of a run, and look forward to racing with you. Maybe not in the truck series, but maybe in another series. So.
All right. Well, Joker, what you got for our winner here tonight, Tommy?
Congrats on the win again. I don't think anyone can beat you right now personally, but I asked the booth this earlier, but what is What is the chance of you running the table, winning the next 3 races?
Ooh, I don't know, man. These guys are pretty good. Keenitz was on me. If he didn't lag out, he'd have had something for me. If Plum, I was in a chat with him. He said he was a little, you know, slow getting to pit road there. I mean, so was I, but I obviously got to pit road just a little bit harder. But I mean, we were running the same lap times after, so had he had gotten a little bit harder in, he might have. It could have been a different story if he came out with my draft. So I don't know. I'm not too good at Phoenix. Definitely not good at Vegas. So those will be
I
two
don't
tracks.
know.
Michigan.
According to Decent House, he says you're going to be pretty good at Vegas. So somebody's lying here. Who is it?
Uh, we'll see. Phoenix definitely not, but I think Michigan's kind of one of those races where anybody can win because
Right.
I mean, it's a track that everybody can run pretty decent, like a super speedway almost in a truck. So I guess Phoenix will be a telltale sign of who's going to be in the championship four.
All right. Well, good job tonight. Picking up yet another dub, opening eyes, turning heads. Tommy D, your winner here tonight at Kentucky. Tommy, anybody you want to give a shout out before we let you go get on out of here?
I'll give a shout out to Keaton. Him and I were running a lot today, doing some practices, pitting, air pressure adjustment, stuff like that, and it was working for both of us. Like I said, if he hadn't lagged out, I think he would have been right there with me. So that practice was a big help, I think, for the two of us.
Well, good job. Congratulations. And we will see you next time, or next week, next Tuesday, at Phoenix Raceway. So we'll see you there.
Thanks, guys. See you.
Next, we're going to turn our attention over to Mr. I Don't Know What to Do With My Hands. Runner-up tonight, Plum D's Pipes. Plum, you're the highest finishing playoff driver tonight. So how's that make you feel heading into Phoenix? And how are you feeling about your run overall performance tonight at Kentucky?
Well, first off, I'm gonna have to go change my pants here after. Gosh dang, Marksman got loose.
I was
don't
going to
know if
ask you about
he
that.
loose tight coming off a four there, and I just said I came here to win, and I ain't letting. I was like God of War. I didn't let go of the gas. I just kept going. So I hit him, and I don't know how I kept it on track. I blew through the infield, and I don't know how I saved that. But yeah, shouldn't have came on pit road a little more reserved like I did. But I'm sitting at the top with the points lead right now in the playoffs. Don't want to give that up and have a 15-second penalty. So. Just kind of like conservative. I told you all last week, Tommy was just going to beat my back end here, but he ain't going to get Phoenix. So to answer your question to him, nah, he ain't going to get them all this year.
Oh, man. Stirring up some drama for next week already. I'd love to hear it. Love to hear it. Anyways, Decent House alluded to your dirt tracking background as to how you saved that truck through the infield with that Marksman incident. So you did a heck of a job keeping that truck straight and not losing all that much time, so good job on that. But is there anything else you could have done to catch Tommy, or maybe a little bit different strategy or two tires or anything like that? Did any of that cross your mind there as pit stops were looming?
Nah, I mean, I was actually planning on pitting a lap before Tommy. I was watching him, and like you said, we were in a party, and I figured he's far enough ahead I could go ahead and pit, and I think WSC, my teammate, pit, and that kind of started the chain of pit stops then, because he was up there with us. So whenever you got a group of guys and one guy drops out, within 2 laps you have to pit, or I mean, like you seen, WSC came out in front of me, so you have to do that. But shouldn't have came on pit road, so reserved, but I ain't gonna apologize for it because I'm still second, and I shouldn't. I don't know why, but every once in a while when I go and I'm shifting, I don't know if I hit the clutch pedal too soon or what, but on that restart at stage 3, I biffed it, and I did what, well, I choked, I guess. I know Joker's going to love to hear that. I choked. I mean, I don't know what I did, but on that restart, I didn't hit the gear, and that's what put me behind everybody because I was planning on jumping out to the lead, and I had a truck that got better as the race went on. So
Mm-hmm.
I choked.
Well, either way, you still rebounded. You rallied back for a runner-up finish tonight. Best of all playoff drivers, so congratulations on that. Since you mentioned Joker, I'll go ahead and go to Joker first. What kind of question you got for a runner-up, Plum?
Good job on the second place. Just doing what you have to do. You don't necessarily have to win to move on, but as long as you just keep running up front, getting the stage points, that's what you have to do to move on. So my question to you is, final corner in your, let's just say, third, and what do you plan on doing for the win at Michigan if you're below the cut line?
I go for the win. I don't care who you are. I'll take my mom out. I mean, it don't bother me. I'm
I'll
winning.
take my mama
So,
out.
yeah, I mean, I can apologize later. I mean, I got run into a little bit tonight too, and I don't blame any of them. I mean, as long as
Yeah.
there's a borderline, there's aggressive and there's just flat out dirty. And as long as you're going to be aggressive, I completely understand bumping me around, and you're going to see a ton of that next week. You're going to probably see more of it next week than at Michigan, I believe. But I don't throw shame at anyone that's going to throw the bumper around and stuff. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. I mean, we don't have another round, or anything. This win, and
Yep.
you're going straight to the championship. So I told them all week, since I've been practicing, I'm not racing here tonight for points or nothing. I'm strictly going to win. That's it. So, and with that attitude, you're going to end up with a good finish. So, even if you don't win.
Well, we actually got Phoenix next week, so we will look for you to be good there. You already mentioned that that's a track you kind of got circled, so we will definitely check you out at Phoenix. But I'll go ahead and toss it over to one of your team owners here, Decent House. Decent, how you feeling about your driver Plum tonight?
Hey man, I feel good about a P2. I mean, you finished second to a guy that's won 4 straight races, so there's nothing wrong with that at all. Just wanted to say good job, and I'm looking forward to Phoenix. I think that's going to be a good track for you. So do you think that's of the 3 tracks, of the 2 tracks that are left in this round? You thinking Phoenix is probably the one?
Yeah, I mean, Michigan, like Tommy said, it's going to be practically a plate track. So I'm just looking to rack up enough points, and with as fast as Tommy is, it's at least comforting that if he wins, that's still open for the playoff guys. So, I mean, I'm a short track, dirt track guy, and Phoenix fits right into those credentials. And I don't know. I mean, I'll just wheel it around in there, and I said, I mean, I'll be using that front bumper on this spaceship. So,
Well, the dirt track background definitely showed up tonight, because I think there were 2 occasions where Marksman got the wall and almost took you with him. So
yeah,
um,
at turn 2 there, and I didn't. I just throttled in it. I don't know. I mean, these physics suck on 704, along with many other things. Uh, but yeah, he clipped the wall off of 2 there, and I don't know how. I guess I'd say more luck. So
Well,
gotcha.
Plum,
Well,
before we
good luck
let you
to you.
hop on out of here to go change your underwear after tonight, anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Tommy D for spanking my back end again. We practiced some this week, so that helped, and just all team elite. You know, they've been good. We've been we're getting everyone in the championship this year. I don't care, so we're gonna be winning some races still.
Well, Plum, got a little fan in the chat over here saying you are the man, and that fan happens to be Max Boost. So you got some pretty good support here behind you in the NARL, and can't wait to see what you do next week at Phoenix. But congratulations tonight on your runner-up finish at Kentucky.
Thank you.
Decent House Joker, I'm glad you're able to join me for tonight. Any final takeaways from what we saw here in this playoff opener for the Truck Series?
Who
Joker,
wants to
you want
go
to go ahead?
first? Okay, I'll go first. Well, I mean, top 4 in the points really just showed up as always. I'm interested to see what any of the drivers of the bottom four can do, because if one of them can win, Phoenix or Michigan, it shakes up that points gap that those four have. It's within a few points. So
Yeah.
I low key want to see that happen. I want to see one of the guys in the bottom four win.
Yeah, absolutely. That would really shake things up. It would get interesting. Decent House, any final takeaways from you here on what we saw? Playoff opener?
I mean, Phoenix is a tough track. I mean, it's one of those tracks where you're going to have to worry about the guys around you more so, because it's going to be a little a little more close on the action scale, and you know, I, I look forward to seeing how Kevin McKeenitz and Marksman come back from tonight. I mean, both of them had good runs going. Kevin lagged out. Marksman, made some mistakes and put himself back. So curious to see how those guys bounce back next week.
Yeah, well, definitely going to have to bounce back as the series heads to Phoenix next Tuesday. And that's where you're going to find race number 2 of this playoff battle here for the Truck Series. They will head to Phoenix Raceway Short Track here in the playoffs. So how are these guys going to be able to navigate that after this fast track in Kentucky? We will find out. However, before then, we are off for the Thanksgiving holiday, so we wish you guys a very happy and safe Thanksgiving. So no Xfinity race tomorrow night, no Cup race Thursday night. But they will be back in action Sunday and Monday, and they will be going to the Charlotte Roval. So make sure you guys check that out if you want a little bit of road course action for the final time this season. Those are going to be the next.
Wait for that.
Those are going to be the next 3 races here in the North American E-Racing League. So make sure you guys check that out. We appreciate your patience here tonight with the PSN servers. I know we started a little bit late, so thank you guys for still tuning in, showing your support for us. And we hope these truck guys put on a quality show for you guys here tonight. So like I said, happy Thanksgiving to y'all. To all my gnarly ones, stay safe. And we will catch y'all on Sunday for the Xfinity Series. For Decent House, for Always Joker, my name's Gator Mike. Y'all take it easy. We'll see you next time.